I don't know about you, Mr. Odegard, but I wasn't real confident that the Highland Desert Mountain matchup of Week 7 was going to be one to talk about back in, say, the middle to end of August. But here we are, the beginning of October, and it's one to talk about. Desert Mountain, the only undefeated team left in Division One, I believe.
Yeah.
We'll fact check that one. But I'm pretty sure they are. And one of the better stories so far this season has been Highland. How we've both been around Highland. How have they gotten to this point? What have they done right?
It's a good group of kids athletically. I haven't seen them play, but from people I've talked to, they said their line is pretty impressive this year on offense and defense. Their defense is usually pretty good. Coach Walheim likes putting a lot of his best players on defense. And they, shut down Basha for most of that game, and they almost beat Basha until a late drive. So if you can keep that offense in check, it's going to be a similar test against Desert Mountain, where Kyle Allen and Mark Andrews might be the best wide receiver in the state right now. So definitely be a good test for them. But I think that's their key, is playing good defense, and they like to run the ball. And nothing too fancy with Highland, but they're just solid all the way around.
Yeah, and like everybody else, trying to stop Kyle Allen and Mark Andrews is definitely the key, and it hasn't really worked because he pretty much has been the best receiver in the state. And I'm also curious to see if Highland's offense can move the ball enough on Desert Ridge. They're not going to put up a ton of points. That's not Highland's MO, but they're going to have to be extremely efficient and get touchdowns instead of field goals, because Desert Mountain is invariably going to score some points, whether it's 17, 21, 24, 28, whatever. They're going to score, so Highland is going to have to. Highland is not going to win this game 10-6,
right,
or 13-10. They also can't afford to get into a shootout, and that's going to be a dangerous line for them to toe.
And some of their wins, I think Billy Johnson is a big part of it. He's made some big plays on special teams and at wide receiver. If he can break off a big run and score a touchdown, 70, 80 yards, something like that, or if the defense gets a pick six, something, if Highland can get that early, get some momentum, then it causes Desert Mountain to press a little bit. So I think it's important for Highland to get ahead early and then, let the defense kind of take control at that point.
Yeah, if you want to head up to Scottsdale, 124th Street in Shea, that'll be a very interesting and exciting matchup of a couple of programs who've definitely turned things around in the last 1 to 2 years.